I have spent my whole life scared, frightened of things that could happen, might not happen. 50 years I spent like that, finding myself awake at 3 in the morning. But you know what? Ever since my diagnosis, I sleep just fine.
Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be. To them, you're just a freak. Like me. They need you right now. When they don't, they'll cast you out.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
See, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
You knew I was the Dragon Warrior. You always knew. But when Oogway said otherwise, what did you do? What did you do? Nothing.
You were not meant to be the Dragon Warrior. That was not my fault.
Not your fault. Who filled my head with dreams? Who drove me to train until my bones cracked? Who denied me my destiny?
All of you, the system that knows so much, you decide what's right or wrong the same way that you decide what's funny or not.
All I wanted was to help you.
I only wanted to help. And what did you say to me?
Fly home, buddy. I work alone.
It tore me apart. But I learned an important lesson. You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
I was wrong to treat you that way. I'm sorry.
See? Now you respect me, because I'm a threat. That's...
Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark, begging for scraps. The way I see it, you and I are exactly the same.
Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy.
My whole life, rich people, powerful people tried to muzzle me, cancel me, keep me impotent and obedient, like I'm a fucking puppet. You know what? It worked. Because I allowed it to work. And guess what? If they can control me, then you can...
Bet your ass they can control you. They already do, you just don't realize it.
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push. Life is cruel. Why should the afterlife be any different?
I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
You see, the knowledge of death changes everything. If I were to tell you the exact date and time of your own death, it would shatter your world completely. I know. In a split second, your world's cracked open. You look at things differently, you smell things differently. You savor everything, be it a glass of water or a walk in the park.
Clock is ticking, John.
But most people have the luxury of not knowing when that clock's gonna go off. And the irony of it is that keeps them from really living their life. It keeps them drinking that glass of water, but never really tasting it.
So it's your fault.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't.
First rule of leadership. Everything is your fault. It's a bug-eat-bug world out there, princess.
You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. How is humanity saved if it's not allowed to evolve?
I'll sell my invention so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred.
If you can make God bleed, then people will cease to believe in him. And there will be blood in the water, and the sharks will come.
What I ever did, I did to make you proud. Tell me how proud you are, Shifu. Tell me. Tell me!
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I came to realize some creatures are born to get all the love. The rest of us get nothing.
There is no good and evil. There is only power, and those too weak to seek it.
Do you want to know why I use a knife? Guns are too quick. You can't savor all the little emotions. You see, in their last moments, people show you who they really are.
Nikt nie jest złoczyńcą we własnej historii. Wszyscy jesteśmy bohaterami naszych własnych opowieści. Niektórzy mogą cię postrzegać jako osobę nieśmiałą, inni jako duszę towarzystwa. Zatem zastanów się, czy warto usilnie próbować być bohaterem w czyjejś opowieści, czy lepiej skupić się na byciu prawdziwym bohaterem własnego życia.